Somebody just spent $25,000 on a cabin, and it looks like it belongs on the cover of Architectural Digest next to a $500,000 mountain house. No, this isn't a trick camera angle. No, I'm not exaggerating for views. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly which 12 decisions turned a plain, boring box of a cabin into something that looks like old money built it. And I'm going to give you the real 2026 price breakdown so you can copy it dollar for dollar. But here's the thing, the biggest transformation, the one detail that fools literally everyone, including designers, I'm saving for the very end of this video. So if you only watch half of this, you're going to miss the one trick that makes the entire budget illusion work. Before we get into it, hit subscribe and tap that bell, because I break down real cost home and cabin transformations every single week. No fluff, no fake influencer pricing. And if you've ever wanted your space to look expensive, without actually being expensive, this channel is about to become your new favorite bookmark. Okay, let's get into it. Why most cabins look cheap, even expensive ones. Here's a truth almost nobody in home renovation wants to admit. Money does not automatically buy good taste. You can dump $200,000 into a cabin and still end up with something that looks like a themed hotel lobby. Antler chandeliers, mismatched plaid, exposed logs everywhere, and it just reads, cheap cosplay of a cabin, instead of elegant mountain retreat. Meanwhile, some of the most jaw-dropping cabins going viral in 2026 were built or renovated on shockingly tight budgets. And once you understand why they work, you'll never look at a rustic space the same way again. The secret isn't more wood. It isn't more antlers. It isn't a bigger stone fireplace. The secret is restraint. Interior designers have a name for the movement dominating cabin design right now. Some call it the rustic modern revival, others call it rustic modernism. And it's built on one core idea, material honesty. Instead of fake log cabin theming, you use real, warm, natural materials. Wood, stone, linen, leather. But you apply them with the same discipline a five-star hotel uses. Clean lines. A tight, quiet color palette. No visual clutter. That is the entire trick behind why some spaces feel like $1 million and others feel like a gift shop. The formula. What 500K cabins actually have in common. I dug through the biggest cabin and rustic luxury trend reports coming out this year, and the same 5 ingredients kept showing up again and again in the spaces that read as expensive. Let's break them down, because this is your blueprint. Ingredient 1. A quiet, warm color story. Designers are calling it 50 Shades of Beige, a tight neutral palette of warm creams, taupe, and soft browns, accented with just a touch of brass or aged stone. Not 10 different colors fighting each other. One calm story, room to room. Ingredient 2. Material drenching. This means matching your walls, trim, ceiling, and sometimes even built-ins in the same tone or material. When everything flows together instead of chopping the room into wall color versus trim color versus ceiling color, a small space instantly feels intentional, like an architect designed it, not like someone painted it over a weekend. Ingredient 3. Texture over ornamentation. Instead of decorative clutter, expensive-feeling rustic spaces lean on texture, chunky knit throws, boucle fabric, hand-tufted wool or jute rugs layered on hardwood, linen curtains. Texture is what your eye reads as quality, even from across the room, before you've touched a single surface. Ingredient 4. Real materials in small, smart doses. You don't need floor-to-ceiling stone, a single stone accent wall, a real wood mantle, one reclaimed beam, used sparingly and deliberately, reads more luxurious than piling raw materials into every corner. Ingredient 5. The fusion of rustic and modern. This is the big one. Take a rough, natural texture, like a reclaimed wood accent wall or a stone hearth, and pair it with something sleek and modern, like clean-lined furniture, matte black hardware, or streamlined lighting. That contrast between rough and refined is exactly what separates a 5-star mountain lodge from a roadside cabin. Keep those 5 ingredients in your head, because everything I'm about to show you is built on top of them, where the real money actually goes. Now, before we talk about the pretty stuff, we have to talk about the boring stuff, because this is where people blow their budget in the wrong direction. If you're renovating or building on roughly a $25,000 budget, there are certain things you do not cheap out on, because they'll cost you far more later. Structural lumber, the framing, the beams, the actual bones holding the roof up, that's not where you save money. Full stop. Insulation is the next one. It sounds unglamorous, I know, but skimping here is one of those decisions that quietly drains your wallet for years. For a year-round space, you want a solid insulation value in the walls, and even more in the ceiling. Rigid foam board paired with bad insulation is affordable and something one person can genuinely install in a weekend. It won't show up in a single after photo, but it's the difference between a cabin that feels luxurious in January and one that feels like a walk-in freezer. Windows and doors are another place to spend real money if you can. Higher quality windows don't just look better, they cut your heating and cooling costs for the life of the home. And cheap windows are one of the fastest ways to make an otherwise beautiful room feel budget. And roofing, specifically metal roofing, tends to run somewhere in the low to mid-thousands for a small cabin in materials alone, but it can last over 40 years with almost no maintenance. It's a boring, invisible flex, but it's a flex. Here's the mental model. Spend your real money on the things a home inspector would care about. Spend your creative energy, not necessarily your money, on the things Pinterest would care about. That split is exactly how a $25,000 cabin ends up looking like 10 times its price. Okay, quick pause, because I promised you the one trick that makes designers double take when they see this cabin, and I haven't given it to you yet. It's coming up in the next section, and trust me, it's not what you think. Stick around. The cheap materials that fool everyone. This is the part everyone's been waiting for. The materials and swaps that make a budget space look custom-built. Luxury vinyl plank flooring. This is arguably the single biggest budget hack in modern renovation. Today's LVP genuinely mimics real wood grain and even stone texture, and most guests cannot tell the difference standing in the room. Pair a warm, wide plank LVP with a hand-tufted wool or jute rug layered underneath a smaller patterned rug, and you've got a floor that reads expensive from the second someone walks in. Cabinet refinishing instead of replacing. Sanding down existing cabinets, priming, and repainting or staining them in a warm, deep tone is one of the highest return moves in the entire renovation world. New cabinetry can eat a massive chunk of a small budget. Refinished cabinets, done properly, can look nearly identical to custom work. Hardware swaps. This one is almost embarrassingly cheap for the impact it has. Swapping out cabinet pulls, drawer knobs, doorknobs, and even light switch plates for warm brass, aged bronze, or matte black hardware is one of those 5-minute per piece changes that instantly signals someone designed this on purpose. Floor-length curtains. Short, tight curtains are one of the biggest silent giveaways of a budget space. Long, floor-length drapes in natural linen instantly elevate a room. It's one of the cheapest visual upgrades that reads as expensive 9 times out of 10. Layered lighting. A single harsh overhead light is a dead giveaway of an unfinished space. Expensive-feeling rooms use layered lighting, ambient, task, and accent light sources working together, so no single light source is doing all the work. A couple of warm-toned lamps and one accent fixture can transform a room's entire mood for under $100. Mixing metals and eras. Designer-feeling rooms almost never look like a matched furniture showroom set. They mix warm wood tones, a little brass, a little black metal, and blend in at least one older or thrifted piece. An antique bench, a vintage trunk, a flea market mirror. That combination of old and new is what makes a space feel collected instead of just purchased, and it's often the cheapest furniture in the room. Peel and stick and interlocking materials. For smaller budget zones, a bathroom floor, a mudroom, an accent wall, peel and stick tile and interlocking vinyl planks that mimic wood or stone let you DIY a high-end look in an afternoon. No contractor required. A single, bold wall. You don't need to redo every wall in the cabin. One statement wall, a wood accent treatment, a deep earthy paint color, or a textured material creates a focal point that makes the whole room feel curated, without the cost of doing 4 walls. Every single one of these swaps individually is small, but stack 6 or 7 of them together across one cabin, and that's how $25,000 starts performing like 10 times that. The rough $25K breakdown. Let's actually put numbers to this, because vague advice doesn't help anyone. On a compact cabin renovation or small footprint build in 2026, here's roughly how a budget like this tends to get allocated. A meaningful chunk, often close to half, goes toward the non-negotiables: insulation, a metal roof, decent windows and doors, and basic structural work. From there, flooring and cabinetry refinishing typically eat another solid portion, since they cover the most visual square footage in the home. What's left gets split between lighting, textiles, rugs, curtains, throws, hardware, paint, and a small handful of second-hand or vintage statement pieces. Notice what's not a huge line item in that breakdown: brand new furniture, decorative clutter, and anything trendy that won't age well. The homes that look like they cost $500,000 are almost always the ones that spent their money on durable, timeless upgrades, and their creativity on styling, not the other way around. The one trick that fools everyone. Alright, this is the moment I promised you at the very beginning. The single detail that makes people assume this cabin cost $500,000. It's restraint on purpose. I know that sounds almost too simple, but stay with me, because this is the actual psychology behind why expensive spaces feel expensive. Every single choice in a high-end cabin, the color of the walls, the trim, the ceiling, the cabinetry, is drenched in the same tight color story. There is no fighting for attention. Nothing is randomly just because it was on sale. Every material in the room is repeating the same 2 or 3 tones and 2 or 3 textures, over and over, room to room. That repetition is what your brain reads as custom design. A cluttered mix of colors, finishes, and styles is what your brain reads as assembled piece by piece, whatever was cheapest at the time, even if every individual item in that cluttered room was expensive. So here's the actual $1 million cheat code, and it costs you $0 extra. Before you buy a single item for your cabin, pick your 3 colors and 2 or 3 materials. Write them down, and then say no to everything that doesn't match, no matter how good the individual deal is. That discipline is the difference between a $25,000 cabin that looks like $25,000 and one that looks like $500,000. So to recap, spend your real money on the bones: insulation, roofing, windows, structure. Spend your creativity on the surface: refinished cabinets, LVP flooring, layered lighting, floor-length curtains, mixed metals, and 1 or 2 thrifted statement pieces. And above everything else, pick a tight, warm color and material story, and stay disciplined to it in every single room. That's genuinely the whole formula. No secret contractor, no hidden inheritance, no camera trickery. Just smart spending and disciplined styling. If this video helped you see your own space differently, do me a favor, smash that like button, drop a comment telling me which one of these tips you're trying first, and subscribe if you want more real-cost renovation breakdowns like this one. I've got another video coming soon breaking down a full room-by-room shopping list for this exact aesthetic, so make sure notifications are on so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.